The EFF Member of Parliament, Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, is back at court. There's a case that was published by News 24 publication, Daily Sun, in 2021, alleging that he has sexually assaulted a woman in Sentin. So the SAPS came to say that indeed that case did happen, but the accused was not Mbuyiseni Ndlozi. So Mbuyiseni Ndlozi took Daily Sun to court based on that matter, and it's still proceeding. So what happens is that maybe Daily Sun did not receive the news very well, or the reporter didn't get the facts right, but it was published, it was made public, and it made rounds, and even people wanted to cancel, the People's Bay. Back then it was known popularly as People's Bay, because it was, I think, was still a spokesperson, if I'm not mistaken, of the party, so of the EFF. But we know Ndlozi is very popular for speaking very well about the EFF and representing it very well, and he works very close to its leader CIC Julius Malema. So he says that he seeks relief of at least 120,000 rand, and they must also remove the statement, and is going to donate that 120,000 rand to a charity that deals with gender-based violence, to show that that is not his type, or his way of living. He says that there's no way that he can assault a woman. He respects women a lot, and he supports them. But there's a lesson to learn here when it comes to these publications like Daily Sun and other media houses, because if they put to public a statement that says Mbuyiseni Ndlozi has assaulted or sexually assaulted a woman, it brings the reputation of the EFF entirely to disrepute, and even himself, it puts him, in a position of doubt, where all women will immediately dislike him. So propaganda in South Africa is very high, it's too much. And these media houses, thrive through destroying black leaders, black talent, especially young men. We have seen cases, for example, of Jub, who is now back at court because of Amanda DuPont, who alleges that Jub used to assault her and even raped her. The case is back at court. Jub just got 10,000 rand bail. We've seen a case, against Java by Lady Zama, saying that Java raped her, and later says that she wanted his attention. That was not the case, didn't happen. But it nearly destroyed Java's career. So how many other black men out there are in prison for accusations or matters or cases or crimes they didn't commit? So these media houses, are a threat to the progress or success of a black child, because we listen to them, we read their news every day. They know that there's no way that someone wouldn't read Daily Sun and speak about their stories, in public transport. And that is how their information moves, and that is how, their propaganda moves. So imagine if this information is not corrected and you are there sitting with an information that this person assaults women, and you will never listen to that person, speak to you about anything. So it destroys their career, it destroys them and the opportunities that are there for them. So it even destroys the image of the political parties or any organization that one represents. So I think it's unfair, and we should be careful of the information that we get from these, media houses, because they don't seek to correct, but to destroy. They seek to destroy emerging, entrepreneurs. They seek to destroy successful black entrepreneurs. We hardly see white people's success being questioned. We hardly see white people's talent being questioned. But when a black child tries to make it, the media comes to question everything. They want to know their parents. They want to know their ex. They want to know their relatives, so that they can find a certain error and crush that talent and crush that person. So it is high time that young people in South Africa, especially in South Africa, that we also focus on other alternative media that is there, so that we clear ourselves. And it is high time, that alternative media becomes more authentic, becomes, more relevant through affording people an opportunity to tell their stories, so that we know that when this propaganda comes, it has already been defended. So artists, footballers, church leaders, politicians, business people, and all other professionals and emerging entrepreneurs must be careful of what they do and what they say and where they find themselves. They find themselves and the people who they associate with. We have seen pictures which are very personal, of leaders, like, for example, Paul Mashatile with his girlfriend. I don't think that's something that is fit to be on the news. But we see such pictures making rounds on the news. But this person recently got married and to a different woman. So it can destroy his family, his marriage, his reputation. So that is what the media is capable of. The media is capable of building and destroying a black child. So young people especially, we should be careful of who we associate with, what we say, where we say it, what we do, and where we do these things. Because I'm not saying we must do wrong things in secret, but I'm saying that, pictures are taken of us, enjoying, and then they're going to post something that is out of context, and the people are going to believe it as such, and it can even destroy you, your career. Sponsorships can withdraw and things like that. So Ndlozi is right, because I know they are defending themselves. I know the Daily Sun is defending the case, but Mbuyiseni is correct. It's very correct. Things like this, propaganda shouldn't be taken light, because when we take light, we are watering propaganda, and it will give us a problem in the future. So it has to be taken head on, and it is politicians like him who have the capacity to fight such cases, who will help us, to refer to such cases and incidents, so that we can protect ourselves, going forward. And for these media houses to know that black people are now not scared of them, whatever, money or financial muscle or capacity they have, we can take them up and we can take them to court. Even the courts, by the way, they have to be, fair when dealing with these matters, so that white media or these bigger media houses cannot bully people because they don't have money for representation. There has to be fairness. Both sides of the story must be considered before giving judgment. So this Authentic Info podcast, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment, share, like. Let's communicate. Let's grow together. Thank you.